Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Again, this article comes from WOR, and we're going to double down on the Ballerina news. I told you I'd give you guys this article. Please subscribe to the channel, like, share with a friend, please. We were trying to get to 100 subscribers, and we'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, the article reads, Lionsgate denies Chad Stahelski reshot Ballerina. A report from The Wrap claimed that Chad Stahelski had replaced original director Len Wiseman and reshot most of Ballerina. The Ballerina reshoots took 2 to 3 months, like I spoke on before, which might as well be close to an entire movie. We talked about the Henry Cavill stuff and him going into Voltron. We talked about the Highlander stuff. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. A rep from Lionsgate has now reached out and tells us that the Wrap story is inaccurate. According to them, Wiseman led the reshoots and Stahelski was only there to help in the creation of action design on the new scenes that would enhance the film and create bigger action sequences. They added that Stahelski only took over as director after Wiseman had suffered a serious health issue and was briefly hospitalized. Stahelski, they claim, only covered Wiseman's scenes during that time. When Wiseman fully recovered, he was back on the set and he finished the film with Stahelski. Obviously, they collaborated on that. What I don't get is how Ian McShane, who stars in Ballerina, had basically confirmed the reshoots with Stahelski. The veteran actor implied that Ballerina was just not good enough and that they had to shoot the movie entirely over and add new sequences. According to McShane, the cast didn't see them as reshoots, but rather new shoots, which is what I brought up. This is a quote, "We're going to Budapest. It's not reshoots, it's new shoots." Obviously, they got to protect the franchise. We shot the movie a year ago. Chad Stahelski came in and they wanted to make it better because you have to protect the franchise. That is a true statement. I don't really see why Ian McShane would make that up, but let's keep reading. In October 2023, Empire City detailed the film as a mess and confirmed the additional photography, adding that most of the film had to be reshot entirely from scratch. There hasn't been any denial on that part of Lionsgate about that. Regardless, I gather Wiseman will indeed be keeping his direct credit in Ballerina, even with Stahelski shadowing and taking over for him. So really it just doubles down on what I had talked about, guys. So apparently this individual from Lionsgate said, yeah, that didn't happen, blah, 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 blah. But Lionsgate as a company has not come out and said that there was no reshoots. So Lionsgate is not going to do that. What you will hear is individuals that are within Lionsgate come out and say things like that. And I can understand why. This is not good. You know, if you hear a film has been reshot multiple times, they had to push it back a whole year, because that is why the film got pushed back. What do you think in your head? Do you think things are going smoothly, or do you think there's some rough patches, or that the production is not good and it's in production hell? So when Chad comes out and says, yeah, we had to reshoot a lot, I think when people hear that, either, like, you know, if they're thinking critically, they're thinking, well, that's not a good sign. But if they don't care, then they just don't care. But anybody that's into cinema, if you hear that term, reshoots, that's usually not a good thing. Now, a lot of action films do go through this. It is somewhat normal. But when you're reshooting huge chunks of action sequences, I don't think that's a good thing. Like I said, I think this film will be just fine. I'm glad they were able to collaborate on it, but I just think it's very interesting that you're hearing McShane say that they had to reshoot because the movie wasn't good enough. Chad came in and said we had to reshoot, and then you have people from Lionsgate saying, yeah, that didn't happen, that didn't happen. It seems like they're trying to cover something up there. So let me know what you think down in the comments about this. Very interesting story about this film. Can't wait to see it when it hits theaters next year, but let me know what you think about this whole debacle in the comments. Like, subscribe, share with a friend, and as always, be safe. It's Neff signing off.